am still chugging along on making homemade MRE meals for our big RV trip coming up from Arizona all the way to Alaska. I've got another winner to share with you today. I was a bit unsure when I first started this how it would turn out after it was freeze-dried, but by the end of the video, you will find out just how good it was. It's a gorgeous day today, so I had to come out and just take a little nature walk out to our beautiful river, which I will show you once we get there. And now I gotta ask, did you guys notice the big change? Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. My big announcement change that I have is that I'm changing my YouTube name. So I have been DIY freeze dry since I started my channel. My sister is actually the one who suggested that name for me, and I really liked it. But I just kind of felt like a change, so I'm doing it. I wanted a name that kind of encompassed us freeze dryers as a group and not necessarily just like a name for my channel. So I went with Freeze Dry Society. I think that sounded fun. I like it. I hope you guys do too, but we're gonna switch to Freeze Dry Society. I feel like it helps us, I don't know, that we can be more of a community versus just like, I'm a YouTube channel and I have viewers and subscribers. I want us to be like a fun, fuzzy, warm family of freeze dryers. So I thought Freeze Dry Society was a cute way to kind of include everybody. Okay, and look, we have made it to the river. It clearly is still melting, but I'm gonna try to get down here without killing myself. It is so pretty. That's the highway. I don't know if it gets more beautiful than this. I mean, maybe, but it is absolutely gorgeous today. I am like in heaven out here. Okay, but here's one of our state birds flying around, the freaking mosquito. The mosquitoes are back and I'm not thrilled about it. Now that we're finally heading into summer, you're gonna be finding me outside a lot more in my videos. So I hope you enjoy that. It's actually, I love sharing beautiful parts of Alaska. A lot of people have never been here before, or maybe have only been here once. It's not the easiest or cheapest place to get to. So I'm hoping to share some of the beauty with all of you as I go throughout my freeze drying adventures. All right, I'm gonna head back to the car and hope I don't slip on any of the ice that's on the way still. I am going to show you the recipe I am making today. It is a biscuits and gravy casserole. But that was my big announcement. I'm changing my YouTube name. We are the Freeze Dry Society. Welcome to it. Let's get rolling on this biscuits and gravy casserole. It's one that I definitely think you're gonna wanna try at home. So for my cheesy biscuit casserole, remember, that's what we're calling it. We're not gonna mention the word gravy around my children. We'll find out if they notice when they eat it. But I'm doubling the recipe, so I'm using 2 cans of biscuits. Yes, you should bake your own homemade. I'm sure that would be even more delicious. But you know me, I'm all about the lazy cooking sometimes, and so that's what we're doing. I am doing a pound of maple breakfast sausage and also a pound of ground beef. I just like to kind of have a mix of different meats. I'll be making my own gravy, or you could use home style gravy packets and just do it quickly that way. 2 cups of shredded cheese, 1 cup of milk, salt and pepper. And that's it. It's gonna be, I think, fairly simple, yet tasty. So my first job is just to get my biscuits cut up into 1-inch pieces, and this is gonna line the bottom of our casserole dish over here. And I was not expecting that. Do these always scare you? Because clearly they scare me. I'm now going to brown up my sausage and ground beef. I'm just gonna add like salt and pepper to this. Once it's done, I'm gonna sprinkle it on top of the biscuits. I've got my gravy here thickening up, and then let's come over here Ignore the dishes in my sink. And I am going to get my meat on top of my bread. And now it needs 2 cups of cheese. I'm just gonna sprinkle it over both of my trays. So in here I have 10 eggs and about a half cup of milk that I whisked together. I'm going to pour it over the top of my dish, and then after that the gravy goes on top, and then we can bake. Here are my 2 casseroles. They smell so good. I don't know if I needed more gravy, but we're just gonna go with it and see how it tastes. It is gonna bake in the oven for 35 minutes, and then when it comes out, I will definitely have to try it before we freeze dry it, just to make sure it's good, right? And then we're gonna get it in the freeze dryer. I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna put it in. I think I'm gonna let it completely cool and then cut it into cubes and freeze dry it that way. At least that's my first plan. This looks so good. I'm gonna let it cool, and then we're gonna have to give it a taste test. I've never made this recipe before, but this might have to become a new staple in our house because it looks so good. You might have peeked back here. I also have some sourdough that I am going to throw in the oven next. It's just been a day full of cooking and baking. I have a regular loaf here, and this is a cinnamon sugar loaf, which is so good. This is my tray that is gonna go in the freeze dryer. I've just cut it into squares, and I'm gonna let it cool that way. Then it'll be easy to remove and transfer to my freeze dryer trays. This is the amount that we're just gonna eat now, so we make sure that we like it, but I think we will. So let's give it a little taste test. Yum. This really is so good. You have the flavor of your traditional biscuits and gravy, but I really like the additional egg and cheese that's in there. This is a hit, and I actually do think my kids are gonna really like it. Remember, I'm not calling it gravy to them. Hopefully they don't watch this video and find out. My loaves just came out of the oven and they're looking so good. This is the traditional one, and this is the cinnamon sugar. Oh, looks so good. I am starting a Facebook page for Freeze Dry Society. So if you want to hop on over there, I will have the link to the Facebook group on my video description down below. I thought it would be nice to have a space where our Freeze Dry Society community can come together, where we can have better conversations with each other. I will also be posting all of my extra videos on my Facebook page that I do. I do a lot of YouTube shorts and TikTok videos with my Freeze Dry Society account, and I thought it would be fun to put them over on Facebook as well, because I know a lot of you don't do TikTok. I avoided TikTok for the longest time, but when I started my YouTube channel, I also started a TikTok, and it's actually been pretty fun. I never thought I would be a TikTok person, but a lot of us have Facebook, so we're gonna add Facebook to all of the things. I might tire myself out, but we're gonna give it a go and see how it goes. So if you wanna jump over there, I am also gonna be doing some exclusive giveaways in my Facebook group, and I will let you all know about that in the group when the time comes. I've got my casserole loaded up on my freeze dryer tray. I just took little squares like this and did here. This tray is the glass big dish, these 2 trays. And because I don't believe in wasting space in the freeze dryer, I just have a bag of peppers and onions that I'm gonna have go in this run also. I love having these freeze dried on hand to just throw into soups or chilies, things like that. I don't have to worry about having all these frozen vegetables taking up space in my freezer. They can just be available in my pantry. I could dump them in what I want and we're good to go. I'm gonna go into customize. I'm hitting reset. I am gonna go to -10. I'm gonna let it extra freeze for 1 hour. Extra dry time, I like to give myself a buffer. I'm gonna hit 6 hours, save, start. We wait a 15-minute cool down period. As always, if you are interested in purchasing a freeze dryer so you can start freeze drying meals and all the fun things for yourself, check out my affiliate link in the video description below. It is listed there. Anyone who orders a freeze dryer from my link, I send you my I'd freeze dry that magnet. It's super cute. It says, I'd freeze dry that. That's kind of my favorite little saying. I freeze dry pretty much everything that can freeze dry. So I designed a cute little magnet. The freeze dryers are not magnetic, so it won't stick to your freeze dryer, which is a bummer. But it'll stick to a fridge or anything else magnetic. Details on how to claim your magnet are in the video description below. I also have a new Amazon storefront. So I have linked all of my favorite freeze dryer accessories that I get from Amazon there. And I even linked my favorite candies to freeze dry. So it's all in one place. So my storefront link will be in the video description, and that will take you to all of my favorite freeze drying things. It's so nice to have it all in one place, that I don't have to list each item out individually, because that takes a while. So super excited about the Amazon storefront. Let me know if you got any questions about that. These guys are loaded up in the freeze dryer. I did not do any pre-freezing on this, so I'm sure it'll take a while in here. We'll see how long it takes. I will definitely let you know. I will catch you guys later in a day or two. Okay. Woo, I am tired. I think I need to go to bed, even though it's only 4 o'clock. Ah! See ya. It is late the next day and my food is ready to come out of the freeze dryer. It's been going 26 hours and it is done. We are well into our extra dry time, so it's time to get these bad boys out, package them up, and I'm definitely gonna save some to reconstitute to see how this turns out. If I'm even gonna like it out on the road. Here are my biscuits and gravy squares. I mean, they definitely are dry, hard, solid one piece. So I'm anxious to see how these reconstitute. These are my peppers that are nice and dry. I'm just gonna store these in a mason jar, vacuum seal the top, throw in an oxygen absorber. Just have these on hand for whenever I want to use them. These guys, I'm gonna store most of them in Mylar bags, but I'm gonna save one or two out for us to taste test, of course. Welcome to my brain. All over the place. My peppers and onions in a jar. I had extra, so I just stuck them in a little bag with an oxygen absorber. Okay, I wish I had 2 of these sizes, but I didn't. So this is 1 pack of casserole. This is another pack of casserole. I didn't want to fill it to the top because that would just be too much for like 1 breakfast. So I did this. I squeezed all the air out that I could, zipped it, threw in my oxygen absorbers, heat sealed it. Then I remembered I still had some leftover Harvest Right bags. I thought I had gone through all of these, but I had some. So this is another set of casserole squares. I just need to label all of these so I know what they are. And then in the morning, we are going to reconstitute this guy and see how it tastes. The time has come to reconstitute the casserole. I am just going to slowly add warm water to this and hope that it just starts kind of like breaking down. And if it's hot enough, I'm just gonna put the lid on, let it sit and steep in here for about 10 to 15 minutes. And I'll probably get in there and kind of like break it up and stir it around. I'm not worried about it staying in the perfect like square shape because I mean, since it's a casserole, it's fine if it gets kind of just like mushed together. I think it'll actually be pretty good that way. So I'm just gonna see how this works. I have not reconstituted something like this before yet. So here goes nothing. It's a beautiful sunny morning here in Alaska today. So I thought I would enjoy this out here on my back patio. So what I did was I kind of mushed it up after I first gave it 10 minutes to reabsorb the liquid.
and then just kind of mashed it up a little bit and let it sit for another 5 minutes or so. There was a small amount of water that didn't fully absorb in here, so I just rinsed it out into the sink. And now I'm ready to give it a try. Surprisingly, it is looking really good. That's seriously so good. And I'm not just saying that. If it was bad, I would tell you. It's fully rehydrated. I'm not tasting any crunchy or dry bits. The bread, now obviously the bread's gonna be a little soggy because bread, when it gets introduced to moisture, is a little soggy. But because it's mixed with the gravy and the cheese and all of that, it's really good. I'm a fan. So I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy this morning, and then I'm gonna go head off to the gym, get some things done around the house before kids get home from school today. But do you like my new name change? I'm excited about it. I wanted a name that, as I said before, encompasses us as a community, a society, as you will. So I just really liked it. Freeze Dry Society. I think it's gonna be a fun change. I will slowly be changing things to Freeze Dry Society over DIY Freeze Dry. It might take some time, but I just felt like a change and thought it would be fun. So when you see not DIY, when you see Freeze Dry Society, that's me. No more DIY Freeze Dry. I mean, you can call me whatever you want. My name's also Brooke. You can call me Brooke. But I just thought that would be a fun change. I now want to think of some more breakfast MRE meals to do. I've done a breakfast skillet before with just like sausage, hash brown potatoes, and what else did we do? Cheese, eggs. And that worked out really well also. I really like this biscuits and gravy casserole. I'm trying to think of what else I can do. I'm thinking maybe some like oatmeal, protein packed oatmeal, I think would be fun. Maybe I'll try that next. I don't know. We will see. Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud. If you got any suggestions of MRE style meals and really any type of MRE meals, drop them in the comments below. I love taking suggestions from all of my subscribers and viewers, so thank you. I'm so grateful to all of you for taking the time to watch my videos. I really appreciate it. I am glad you are following along all the fun freeze drying stuff that I do, and y'all are the best. Seriously, thank you. I couldn't be here without your support, so it means way more to me than you know. I'm just gonna sit here and roast in the sun. Roast, I think it's like 48 degrees outside right now, but it literally feels heavenly when your face is in the sun. Anyway, I will catch you all on the next freeze drying adventure. I'm excited for all the things to come in the future. You guys are awesome, and I will catch you later. See ya.